Okay, so this is kind of a continuation with why I stopped coaching at the time, but also going into talking about how transformation is not easy. Like, true radical transformation is not easy. It's not supposed to be. So, a lot of people often think to change is like, yes, there's challenge, but like, I don't think a lot of people actually realize how deep you have to go in order to change or up level or whatever word you want to use. It's literally a death of the old self, and not many people are actually willing to go through with that, because it's literally a death. Like, you're not actually dying, but you are dying on a cellular level where you're changing a lot of things. Like, you're changing your whole identity into our ego. That is scary. So, kind of going back to when I was coaching, I just realized a lot of people wanted and needed hand holding. And I know that a lot of you would think like, okay, but isn't that what you're supposed to do? It's like, yes and no, right? What I saw was like a lot of people didn't really want to be held accountable for their changes. It's almost like they want, and a lot of people do see coaches or therapists to be like, this is my stuff, now you change it for me, because it's tough. It truly is tough. And to tell you the truth, I actually didn't realize how tough it was until I went through my own really deep layer of change and healing and a complete crumbling of my old life, of my old identity. It's not easy. It's not supposed to be. You're going to question everything all the time. And you know what? In that process, I actually understood why many people don't walk that path. It's totally understandable, because I had moments throughout my path, which started more than a year ago, I would say, but around that time frame, where I was questioning my decisions, and I felt my old identity constantly crave the familiar, crave going back to what was known, even if what was known was not actually what I wanted. Like, I knew on a soul level, my intuition was telling me that it was done. Like, that life was done. And it's literally like walking into a fire and forcing yourself to be burned. And you think it would be like a fast process, or it'd be quick, like, okay, I'm gonna quickly burn and then I'm out. No, that's not how it works. It truly is a death of the old self, and it's not fun. It's not easy. It's not supposed to be, because when you really think about it, when you want to become a different version of yourself, that's a version of yourself that you don't know. Like, you have to get to know again. And when you've built this current identity that you are right now, it's built through so many different things that you have been through. And oftentimes that's linked to survival, protection, armor, shielding, all these things, all these masks. But all in all, that old identity actually helped you to survive whatever traumatic experiences that you went through. And so when you're shedding this old identity, this old life, your old self, it's not easy because it's the only version of yourself that you really got to know, that got you through these really hard times in your life. And it's a version of yourself that helped you survive. And like, I get it that it's hard to shed that version of yourself, but I've just come to realize true radical change, you'll have to shed that version. And there's no one outside of you that can do that for you. Yes, there are people that can help hold your hand through that, because there are so many times in my journey of this radical transformation, which I'm not gonna say and like I'm fully out. I'm actually starting finally to emerge out. I can tell that I'm entering my new chapter, my new phase, but I'm like a newborn baby. Like, I'm just starting to open up my eyes and still get to know this new version of myself, which is truly the most authentic version of me. I'm still getting to know her. And so I can't say I'm like completely on the other side, but I know I'm getting there because I've been put through the rigor the last couple months. Like, it was a complete death of the last like 33 years of my life. Completely. It was brutal. And thankfully, because I have been in the coaching world, in the self-development, personal development world, and spirituality, like, I've had a coach, I've been a coach, I can hold myself to that standard of accountability myself, and going through the fire, staying in the fire, being in the fire, being forged in the fire. I can actually do that. I have enough resilience to do that, but let me tell you, that wasn't easy. Just because I'm saying that I know how to push myself through it, it wasn't easy. There were so many times I felt my old self be like, let's go back. It's easier to go back to the familiar, to the known. It's safe there, even though you know it's done, it's over, it doesn't resonate with you anymore. There were so many times I was so close in going back. But those were the times where it's like, no, I've already shedded so much. I can't go back. I need to keep going forward, even if it's hard, even if, I still don't know what's on the other side and what's waiting for me, and etc., etc. So in that discomfort, I definitely felt there were times where I could see why a lot of people go back to their old lives, even if they weren't happy with it. And how this kind of transformation often does need another person to help you get through it, because you start to feel like you're crazy. And thankfully, like I said, because I have that accountability within myself, I did also have a friend that was going through the same thing. We wouldn't like constantly be at the same spot. Like, what I mean is, like, if I was going through the dark night of the soul, she might have just gone out of it, and would be vice versa, or sometimes we'd both be in it. But what was nice is that I had, and I still have, her to talk to every week and be like, how's it going? Are you dying? I'm dying. And I told her so many times how grateful I was that I have her to talk to, and that we're going through this same transformation, because it makes it that much easier. to be able to talk to someone and be like, I see you, I feel you, I hear you, and I get it. And you know, she would tell me, just keep going, like, it sucks, I know, I just went through one, but keep going, you'll get out of it, it's, you know, you made the right decision, etc., etc. It is obviously good to have someone like that. But yeah, my point with this video is like, true change isn't comfy. It's not supposed to be, because what you're doing is shedding an old version of yourself and becoming a new one that you haven't met yet. You don't know what this new version of yourself is capable of. And like, yes, you could kind of imagine it and see it, but getting from your old version to this new version, like, there's a growing period, there's a shedding period, and it takes a lot of grit, it takes a lot of self-awareness, accountability, courage, like faith, trust, surrender. Like, I've been through it this year completely, and I'm grateful because I've really come to realize that, again, true change is not like this. If you won't change your life in like 3 weeks or a month, or even like how some coaching packages are, like 3 months. Yeah, no. Yeah, you might start chipping away at things, but you're not going to get radical change. And it's an illusion to think that you will in just 3 months or even a 1 month container. You know, you'll start, again, chipping away at things. You'll become maybe aware of like your blockages, your traumas, your patterns, which is great. Truly, that's great. But I'm telling you, the most healing and transformation that I have received. Okay, my phone ran out of storage, so I had to delete some things. But what I was saying is, the most amount of change and transformation that I have received was when I sat with myself and I felt all the feelings that I have bottled up, and they were coming up, and I didn't run from them. I didn't distract myself from them. I sat through the fire and I felt all of it. And there were literally, for 3 months straight, that's all I did. I didn't know how I was going to make it through that time, and that was December, January, and February. That was the biggest death I went through. And I'm still going, like, I was still going through it, but it's on a much smaller scale. And I'm feeling the different things, more generational stuff that's coming up for me. But yeah, if you guys really want to do like a 360 on your life, get prepared, because it's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. And if you can't hold yourself accountable and actually go through it, yes, find someone. Find someone that you can resonate with, either a friend, or if you know, if a coach then that you resonate with, then great. But make sure that they're embodied. Make sure that they also have a similar story, because it gets hard doing this. It gets hard to actually change your life and shed an old identity. It's really interesting. Like, I got to experience how the old identity tries so hard to hang on, and the closer we get to our new selves, or like emerging as our new selves, the stickier it becomes to shed those final layers. And that's literally what I was going through the last couple weeks. And like, I really had to sit with it. I really had to speak to that version of myself and just realize that, like, we're not actually losing anything. We're going to gain so much more by shedding everything that didn't serve us. And that old identity that was forged through survival and protection. And now I'm merging into a new version where she's thriving, she's happy, she's doing what she loves and is on purpose and is creative, etc., is embodied. And that takes being forged in the fire. So if you want to go through that, which I mean, I highly recommend, it's not easy. And I think we need to start hearing more of these stories that no, it's not easy, but it's worth it. Truly is worth it. So if you guys have been through something similar, I would love for you if you can share and just inspire others, letting them know that, like, yeah, went through the fire, made it out to the other side, and now I'm living this new life as a new identity, right? And not to say that you're never going to go through things. No, 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 no. But the shed from the old identity is a painful and hard one. So share below if you feel called. If not, that's fine too. And I'll see you guys in the next one.